It is literally covered with flowers all along its entire length, all in the same pink and white motif. And now, the entire front of the table is a simply large mass of multicolored fruits, cakes, and candies. And on either side are two swan-like ice monuments colored with pink lights. The effect here is very beautiful, as on either side of the bridal table are white statuettes containing enormous displays of flowers. There are pink candles in gold candelabra together with silver candelabra all across the bridal table. And at each of the place settings here at the bridal table, together with the place settings at the various tables about the room, are fruit pineapples with all sorts of very delicious-looking fruits. Directly in front of the bridal table is a very beautiful white wedding cake. It stretches up toward the ceiling, is very elaborate, and it is topped by a simulated chapel containing a bride and groom. And now the guests have taken their places. There is a general air of excitement and joy here in the room, as we are expecting Leonard and Gloria at any moment, and they're going to get a real big hand, I'm sure. Now, in just a moment, we're going to have the entrance of the bride and groom.
Well, they have our lovely bride, the bridegroom, and the dining room. I'll ask everybody to kindly rise. Let us give some greetings and prayers, and present to you, the first time, is Mr. and Mrs. Leonard Hoffman.
Here they come. Bride and groom, a lovely, smiling bride. Good-looking groom. Both of them walking right across the dance floor up here to the bridal table. Guests of honor, Mr. and Mrs. Leonard Hoffman. Now it's an impressive sight here in the ballroom as the lights are still low and the entire assembly here, all the guests have risen as they are singing the Hatikvah, the Jewish national anthem. Excuse me. We're going to have the blessing over the bread, the cutting of the challah.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Motzi lechem min haaretz.
Blessing is made, bread is cut, and now the festivities are officially underway. And now in just a moment we're going to have the very first dance of the bride and groom as husband and wife. There they go out into the center of the dance floor. First dance. Very attractive couple, all along as the motion picture photographers and the still photographer are taking their picture. A lovely bride, smiling, good-looking groom. The girl that I married. Have the groom's grandmother, is that right?
That?
You're the groom's grandmother?
Yes.
Well, how do you feel? What is your name?
Nelson, Mrs. Nelson.
Well, I remember I spoke with you some time ago. Do you remember
Yes,
me?
yes.
Well, are you having a good time?
Wedding, I think, also.
That's right. Having a good time?
Wonderful. Last week I had a wedding.
What?
With a son that was in Bensenhoid.
Well, who gave you this beautiful orchid?
My daughter.
Yeah, it's really very beautiful. Well, tell us, what do you think of this wedding? Are you having a good time?
Wonderful. I think it's wonderful. I hope I should get a lot of weddings the same.
Well, it really
because
is
I
beautiful.
have 15 grandchildren.
Oh, is Leonard one of the youngest or what? Somewhere in the middle?
She's not the youngest, in the middle.
In the middle, huh? Well, how does Leonard look to you?
He looks to me wonderful.
How does his bride? They look all right together?
Oh, sure. Wonderful.
I'm sure you want to wish them mazel tov, don't you?
Oh, my God. Should be only that what the grandmother wishes him.
Well.
You know, grandmother.
Well, how many great-grandchildren would you want to have from them?
You know, nowadays it's different. We was old-fashioned, so we had a lot of children. I had 8.
Well, we don't know how many, but you hope that they have many, huh?
I hope so.
Well, thanks very, very much. That's Mrs. Nelson. That's the groom's grandmother, huh? Thanks a lot. All right? I mean, the food that's coming up.